But we start with a look at £3 million worth of footballing talent.
Andy Gray on the right, Steve Daley on the left, the two most expensive players on the same pitch for the first time since their transfers. A check on the Manchester City lineup shows that they have Tommy Booth back to partner young Tommy Caton in the middle of defence, and that means a midfield role for Dragoslav Stepanovic, who started the season as a sweeper. Paul Power is out because of suspension. Mike Robinson is also missing. He has a throat infection, and this is his first game since he joined Manchester City. Two exciting young black players together in the City lineup today. Dave Bennett, who has shown some marvellous delicate skills since he came into the side this season. And this is Roger Palmer, making his first appearance in the starting lineup this season, but a player with a real nose for goal. And it's a very experienced side that Wolves bring to Maine Road, with the defence these days built round former Liverpool skipper Emlyn Hughes. Peter Daniel was a full-back originally when he played for Hull City, but he's become a very useful and aggressive midfield player with Wolves. And this on paper looks like a very productive front line, but in fact the goals haven't been coming lately, only 5 in the last 10 games. Dave Thomas, whose job it is to provide a familiar figure in these parts, having played previously for Burnley and for Everton. Markham Allison and Tony Book been pretty relaxed on the City bench. And today's referee comes from Nottinghamshire, Mr. George Flint. Wolves in their old gold shirts and black shorts attacking the goal to our left. Manchester City, all sky blue strip. It's a goal kick. Just 2 places between the sides. Wolves starting the day 10th, City 12th. Joe Corrigan to Tommy Booth. Hibbitt forward to Richards, Gray lurking, and Hibbitt coming through. Nice move by Wolves. Corrigan picking up on the edge of the 6-yard area from a very good move, and Hibbitt running on to complete a move he started, but Corrigan well placed. Stepanovic. Carr won it. And Wolves looking very quick to the ball in midfield. Hibbitt has found himself space. Thomas is completely free on the left. This is Richards. Got a chance to shoot. Henry it was who got his heels in the way of the shot. Bennett to Henry. And now Berry all the way back to Bradshaw again. Jeff Palmer to Berry. Floodlights on now. Game less than 20 minutes old, and Andy Gray now free. 1-0. Long ball works for Wolves. Andy Gray makes it as Caton lost it, and the ball through Corrigan's legs for 1-0, and that's 17 minutes of the first half gone. Andy Gray's 6th goal since he arrived at Wolves to do just that job. Palmer, Henry, and an easy catch for Bradshaw. Thomas, Parkin, well It's been given. Booth, Ranson. Daley's pass cut out by Carr. Donachie to Caton. The pass was again a bit long for Roger Palmer. Gray. Foul given, a little push by Tommy Booth. Gray stays down, holding his ankle. Physio not needed. Hughes to take the free kick. Aimed towards Richards, but Caton rose above him. Jeff Palmer back in towards Gray, on for Hibbitt, and it needed a big jump by Joe Corrigan. And once again it was Hibbitt who got into the space. The ball lofted over, the header by Gray, and nobody had seen Hibbitt coming again. Booth. Caton. Too long again. Idea was good. Palmer was coming in, trying to get there. Richards. Caton. Daniel. Palmer. Richards nod down, and Wolves really finding their men with great confidence as Hibbitt again comes for a shot at goal, and Corrigan again saves on the edge of the 6-yard area. Well, I make that 4 clear chances now that Hibbitt has had, this time making it himself by beating men and coming confidently on goal for the left foot shot. Hibbitt. Hibbitt again, and very nearly an own goal by Ranson. City are so rocky, the marking isn't working, the concentration doesn't seem to be there. In this case, I think they've been let off by an offside flag, but really Ray Ranson could so easily have turned that in. Here's Ranson. Henry. Bennett now with Palmer on his own in the box. Deyna has gone in to join him as Henry looks for the chance to cross, and Berry heads away only as far as Ranson. Header by Daniel. It's come to Daley, and he's looking for Stepanovic down that left side, and Jeff Palmer, as he has before, has no hesitation in just bonking the ball away to safety. Donachie, it's a deflection off Carr, and a header away by Parkin. Thomas. It should be Caton's. Daniel nodding it back in, Gray setting himself for one of those big leaps again, but it's Stepanovic for Manchester City, and now Donachie. Looked like a foul by Berry, and given. by Parkin, and a wasted free kick. And a stumble by Ranson. He's recovered before Thomas could take advantage. But his pass won't find a man. And as far as accuracy of passing is concerned, there really is only one team in this. Wolves setting all the examples. Roger Palmer. Carr. Thomas. And in again, Hibbitt. Thumbs up to acknowledge the cross. It was a good one. Just drops in here nicely, and Hibbitt was already on the move and ducking into the header. Booth. Bennett. Ransom. Bennett. Palmer, can he turn? He tried to set it up for Deyna. Ranson. Stepanovic. And away by Berry. Finding Hibbitt, who also finds Richards. Jeff Palmer. And that, by Wolves standards, is very poor. Booth. Stepanovic. By Hughes, it's come to Caton. Oh, that was a good effort! Tommy Caton, 3 inches from his first goal. Stepanovic. Tommy Caton really had a go there, and what a good go it was. He's 30 yards out with that, and 3 inches out at the end of it. Now here's Tommy Caton back on the ball in his own half. Cleared by Hughes. Richards blocked by Daley. Daley has found Palmer. Roger Palmer put it over under pressure. Really probing ball here from Daley's left foot. Palmer in space, took it down on his thigh. Hughes was coming in, but the shot had already gone, and gone too high. Ranson to Donachie. Now Stepanovic again. Pass dropped nicely for Parkin. Stepanovic down on his knees. Daniel. And that's found Gray with a bit of space. Down for Thomas. And Thomas's shot pulled and out of play somewhere just by the edge of the 18-yard area. Dave Thomas hasn't yet scored for Wolves. Stepanovic was a bit slow to get to his feet after that clash a minute or two ago. Hughes. Daley forward, Roger Palmer going for it, and he slipped it in. Well, not unlike the goal at the other end. Daley playing the early ball, and Palmer profiting from it very well indeed, even though Bradshaw had come out beyond his penalty area. So Roger Palmer, in his first full game of the season, gets the goal that puts Manchester City level. Just under 5 minutes to go to half-time, and it's 1-all. That'll buck up the City fans. Boo. Palmer, a good bit of skill. Carr. Caton beating Richards. Hibbitt to Jeff Palmer. Hughes has lost it to Deyna. Berry to Thomas. Gray. And Gray's turn poses problems for Booth. Tackled back, half won the ball, but it's Carr to Thomas and two in the middle. And a great save, but Hibbitt has got it on the second attempt. The man who really deserved a goal. Thomas coming in, the cross misses out Gray and Richards. Hibbitt lets go, Corrigan saves, and Hibbitt nods in the rebound. Terry Hibbitt getting the goal. He's threatened all through the half. Ken Hibbitt, leading scorer for Wolves this season with 7 goals. Only 90 seconds between the goals. And Wolves in the lead again. Daley. Berry's header has come to Roger Palmer. I think his shot hit Daley. Carr to Gray. Thomas. Richards. Parkin. And Richards has gone completely free. Picked up now by Henry. Thomas. Problems here, and that's a goal for Jeff Palmer. 3-1. No, it's not given. There's an infringement, and from the referee's indication, I think he's giving handball. There it was. Ball is played in here, and was there a handball or a push? Well, I thought that the referee's gesture was indicating handball, but if there was anything, it looked like a push. And Manchester City with half-time right on us, about to make a substitution. And Stefanovic is coming off, and Stuart Lee takes his place. Donachie. Palmer chasing Bennett's header, and that's the last touch of the first half, which ends with Wolves leading by 2-1. Andy Gray, having justified his huge fee by scoring another goal, is 6th for Wolves, and Kenny Hibbitt crowning a very good first half display by getting Wolves 2nd. Roger Palmer, the goal for City. So Stuart Lee with the second 45 minutes, a chance for him to show his paces, the kind of form perhaps that got him 24 goals for Stockport County last season. Hasn't had many opportunities yet in the First Division. Stefanovic apparently has got a cut on his leg, and it's gone a bit numb, and so there's inevitably a certain amount of reorganisation in the City lineup. Berry's header. Wolves, I'll remind you, leading by 2-1 at half-time. Donachie waiting for the throw. Lee. Got away from Hibbitt. And now Donachie. Deyna. It's a good cross. Parkin headed it down. There's an appeal for handball. Lee trying to smuggle his way through. So is Henry. Here's Lee again. It's Deyna then. And Lee gets a foot in again, and Berry gets up angrily. But it all calms down as Wolves work the ball out through Hibbitt. He's still complaining that there was a handball in the area. Donachie. Same towards Bennett, but it fell between him and Henry. Bennett. Cross towards Deyna's head, but Berry got it away. Now Daley. Not allowed a gap to shoot through. Donachie. And that's easy for Hughes. Oh, no, it's not! It's a goal! No, it's turned wide by Bradshaw. Bennett came in hard on that after Hughes had taken it down on his chest. Didn't control it, and Bennett got the shot away, and it was just with the seat of his pants that the goalkeeper saved. Really looked easy for Hughes, but it ran too far off his chest. Corner coming towards Booth and Gray. Crowd felt that Gray had fouled Booth. Donachie. Sustained pressure here from City. Caton climbing. Bennett was in there again. Gray was back doing his defensive work well. Palmer with the throw. Going to leave it for Deyna. Caton still there, number 5. But it's the opposite number 5, Hughes, who heads out. Ranson. Daly's cross. Header away by Hibbitt. Richards all on his own, but support coming from Thomas on his left and Daniel through the middle. This is Thomas. Way over here, Jeff Palmer. Very nearly got a goal in the first half. Lee's challenge. Donachie. Deyna. Daley. All taken by Bennett. The close skills that he's shown so successfully in recent games. Now Deyna. Slowed down a lot and forced to go backwards. Caton. Lee beaten by Palmer, but that should be a corner. Well, goal kick is given, but the crowd clearly thought it was a corner, and I must admit so did I. Richards. Thomas. Gray has gone for a run onto the far post. And Hibbitt was there too as Donachie put his head down to clear. Daley. Harassed by Daniel. Thomas obstructed by Daley. Wolves making something out of nothing there simply because of the harassing that their midfield men are prepared to do. Peter Daniel it was coming through that time, but all three of them, Hibbitt, Daniel and Carr, have been very sharp after the ball. Parkin. Thomas, first time cross, header by Caton, it's come to Daniel, and he scored! 3-1 to Wolves. Cross headed out by Caton, but Daniel thrashing it back through the penalty area, and that makes it 3-1 as Daniel gets his 4th goal of the season. And isn't he pleased? Palmer now for City. Bennett. Ranson, dummied Carr, but not with any great success. And it's 3 against 4 as Wolves break. Carr coming to make a 4th and Hibbitt a 5th for Wolves. Parkin going outside Carr. Here he is on the ball now. Carr again. Hibbitt. Jeff Palmer. Second attempt finds Hibbitt. Richards available for the diagonal ball. Outside here is Gray. Jeff Palmer up just inside him, number 2, now crossing, and Richards going in at the near post. Another thoughtful move by Wolves. Caton. Meant for Lee, but it wasn't accurate. Hibbitt just calmly into the space for Richards. Gray on his own in the middle, making a sprint now to get round and meet the header. But that was a very characteristic Andy Gray bit of play. As the cross is going in here from Richards, Gray has already made his run, has got round Caton and is diving into the header, but couldn't make the angle. Midway through the second half, 3-1 to Wolves as Caton plays the long high ball and Parkin heads it back for Carr. Gray, Jeff Palmer, it's a bad ball, Donachie. Couldn't find Bennett, but he may have a second chance. Oh, he's looking for Palmer this time, but again Parkin's head intervenes. Carr to Thomas. Carr again. Hughes. Palmer. Deyna. Henry in a good position and just over. Neither Berry nor Hughes getting to him. Cross played in and it's virtually a free header for Henry. Got a lot of power but too much height. Booth, Palmer, and now Deyna trying to turn it on. Bennett couldn't get Henry through. Hibbitt now for Wolves. Nicely measured ball that was, and Richards coming to make it. Carr. Well, it asked a lot of Hibbitt, but he responded well. And he's got Gray there for the drag back, or he's got his own chance, which Corrigan did very well to turn over, and Corrigan is furious with Caton. In comes Hibbitt, and Caton is backing off and leaving him the angle to go for goal, and that was what Corrigan was so angry about after he'd made the save. Corner has been played short, Parkin crossing and Caton this time rising well for the header. Donachie, Ranson, offside. Less than a quarter of an hour left now, and Wolves very much in the driving seat. And Bradshaw, who's made a few catches but hasn't really been seriously troubled in that Wolves goal. Thomas. That's a good ball to find Hibbitt. That's another good one for Richards. No, it doesn't reach him. Booth cut it out. But here's Gray going in. Pass didn't quite suit him. It was a bit too close to Tommy Booth. Ranson. A minute plus added on time to go. Cross aimed towards Bennett. Deyna now. Well, what a soft goal it turned out to be. I wonder if he really intended it like that. The cross comes in, Bennett does the work with his chest, and then Deyna takes it down with one foot, and I think, yes, give him credit, just side-footed and under the goalkeeper. So that makes it 3-2 and makes the scoreline rather closer than the game has been. Will it signal, though, an all-out onslaught by City to see if they can snatch another one? It's only seconds remaining, I suspect. Hughes. And we're now in injury time, and a foul given against Caton. Game this that's had a history of being high scoring in the past. Go back a decade or so and you find, particularly down at Molineux, 7s and 8s are plenty. 5 goals here today, where incidentally Wolves have won only once in their last 15 visits. Richards turning Caton, cleared by Daley. Berry. And there's the final whistle, and in spite of the late goal by Kazimierz Deyna, Manchester City, beaten by what over the 90 minutes was the more composed and accurate side. Wolverhampton Wanderers winning at Maine Road. Marvellous performance in the first half, particularly by Kenny Hibbitt. Wolves winning by 3-2.
Well, it was a day when the country's most expensive footballer, Andy Gray, had more to smile about than Steve Daley, because it was his goal that set Wolves up for a fine win.
Game less than 20 minutes old, and Andy Gray now free. 1-0. Andy, Wolves had gone through a fairly long spell when the goals seemed to have dried up, and suddenly they all came back today. Why was that?
I think it's basically a combination of hard work and better application to the job. I think when I first came to the club anyway, I think we lived in the euphoria of the big money transfer and new players coming to the club. I think that, having seen that off, I think then the players sort of realised there was more than that to be done. And only recently against West Brom last week we performed very, very well. The application was there, the determination was there, and fortunately we carried it on today, and we got the just rewards. We created a lot of chances last week, didn't score again, but today we created a lot and got 3.
You must have been aware that the comparisons would be made today between you and Steve Daley, even though you're in different positions on the field.
Yeah, that's obviously going to be made. I mean, they were made when I played against Villa, when sort of David Geddes was supposed to be filling my shoes, and people were comparing us then. But it's ridiculous to compare us, as you say, because we're in different positions. But people come to watch games just purely for that sometimes, and I don't mind it. I mean, I'm paid to do a job, and I just get out and do it to the best of my ability, as I'm sure Steve does here.
What were your feelings for Steve today?
I felt a little bit sorry for him, obviously, losing against his old team, because I know I didn't want to lose when I played against my old side, and fortunately I didn't. But we played so well today, it was difficult for Steve to show very much at all, because our midfield were tremendous.
Yeah. What did you think of City overall?
I thought they lacked a little bit. I mean, we were very determined to do well today, and I don't think they quite matched us in the application and determination. They're all very skillful players, I don't think there's any doubt in the skill and ability, but against us, when we sort of fought a little bit harder than them, especially in midfield, and won tackles, which they weren't quite applying themselves to, I think that's what won us a game.
There are great hopes here for Tommy Caton. What did you feel about him?
I thought he did very well. I mean, 17, the lad's got a future, hasn't he? To come into the English First Division and play regular at 17 years old. I mean, there's not many that have done it. And I think if he applies himself and works hard at his game, then there's a great future for him.